Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another Big 12 foe, the UCF Knights. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arizona's offense takes the field. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on it.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
To the ground with the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The give from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
The Wildcats get enough for the first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Pressure coming. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that well. Good coverage.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He wants to throw. Scrambling away. On a little time, lets it go. He's got the back in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground for them so far, has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark. Smashes through the tackle. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. put the tight end in motion. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. So the UCF Knights offense has the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And now on 3rd down after that last run. The back goes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Finds his target down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wide out. Working the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Running it to the right. And the defense gets it out of bounds at the 3, and they're set up.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And he's going to score. Touchdown Knights!
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And they can't quite work up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Third and short in from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Coming after it. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the first down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Knights are in the hurry up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw.
Oh, come on, man.
That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, maybe.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's looking for an open man on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And there is nothing going on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Handoff from the gun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. How about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's
Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for a man on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal beats his time, guys. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And, man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. He wants to throw it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Knights line up to punt it away.
Third down and short, they choose to pass it. They got the whole playbook open because it's third and short. On their own side of the field, you could tell the QB wasn't going to make a mistake. He did not want to force the ball, make a bad decision. He throws the football away, lives to fight another day.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to FIU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He'll work his way down to the 28. Arizona in a hurry. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up in the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Arizona comes out with another 1st down. Now from inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Just got enough of the football there by the breaking the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long and field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for them. And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
Content to run out the clock. The quarterback takes a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Arizona will kick off to get the 2nd half underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes. in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job. You want to get a huge play. You got to pass the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Wait a minute. Now you can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like, spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on first and goal. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating...
And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? You come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that.
Got it in the middle. It's Barrett. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
The Knights headed quickly to the line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick completion on the out. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. With the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 14 to FIU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30, he's going to lay it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Extending the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. Just throw up. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your job. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Out of the backfield, he's open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football. He's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns.
touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Knights decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him and gets him to the ground with the sack.
Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. The Knights will hustle to the line.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A quick out. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Feeling some heat. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. A first down for the offense. looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to stay on his feet. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well. Because right now, they do not have the answer for this guy.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Wildcats are on the move. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, they can also drain. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives here.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. They're going to throw it again. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's in a double coverage and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Going up top on 1st down. Got the back over the middle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Hold it. Open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. from the gun, wants to pass. Trying to know where to go, and the ball is loose. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires downfield. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing the silent football. Watch the linebacker, you can tell. Locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle, gets him on the ground.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Looking to convert, Arizona comes to the line. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Arizona. And they take it in for 6 more points. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. On target to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. All wideouts, no backs. He'll do it himself. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Touchdown, Arizona! And the punishment has been extended. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that are going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Getting some heat.